obviously your video today, which was literally calling out absolutely everyone in the division right now. When do you think, obviously plan to fight around July time, Corona pending, and we hope to be in action then, but all these guys, you literally want to line them up and get them ready. Let's talk about the Ryan Garcia fight as well, because for me, when you talk about the politics of boxing, that's a fight, obviously, two broadcasters, same broadcasters, Golden Boy we work with as well, a fight that in reality should be easy to make, but at the same time, it's still very early for you two in your careers to be jumping into fights like that, but you're ready, right?
I think that it's just so many big fights out there that could be made. The Lomachenko, Teofimo, the Gervonta Davis, the Ryan Garcia, the Luke Campbell, the Javier Fortuna. There's so many big fights out there that we need to start making these big fights happen now, because eventually guys like me, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, we're eventually going to move up. So I think it's the perfect time is now.
Honestly, like, for people that don't know, and I know that there's a lot of talk in boxing, but genuinely, I don't think I've ever met anyone so young who really doesn't have to take those defining fights now.
Yeah.
Like you, where you, like, genuinely, it's no bullshit with you. You want those fights. It's easy to call these guys out. And listen, I know plenty of teams, not normally fighters, but there might be trainers or managers who will be just calling guys out. But really, behind closed doors, it's like, but we'll have a couple of more fights.
We'll just keep building it up, At that point, I'm ready to make it happen. Like I said, I feel like I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I'm willing to take on whoever the fans want me to fight. It's not I'm just not doing it for a clout or anything like that. I'm doing it because I believe in myself. I believe in my skills, and I know that I'm the real deal.
Now that is Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn. They were talking on the Instagram Live through Eddie Hearn a couple of days ago. And this is just something where, Devin Haney just talks about how important it is to try to make the biggest fights in the lightweight division as where he is now, as soon as possible, because he said, like, the likes of him, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, those guys are real young and they're going to be moving up pretty soon. So, while it's one thing to try to have a fight build up, but these young fighters don't really have that much time in the lightweight division. I had attended the fight that Devin Haney had against Zarur Abdullayev at the theater at Madison Square Garden, and I did ask him about, how soon would it be for him to basically move up in weight, because I see within him that he is not going to be at lightweight for that long. He basically, walks around at, I would say, 145 or 147, something like that right now. So I think that he, could still grow to that particular weight division with no problem. So, with him, he's, been the interim WBC lightweight champion. He was elevated to the WBC champion as Lomachenko was named the franchise champion. And he did have that injury after his last fight that was in November. And so he is the champion in recess. So you have the planned fight between Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell that would be for the WBC title. And then the winner would be playing to face Devin Haney for that WBC championship. But after that, Devin Haney wants those fights with the likes of Ryan Garcia, with Gervonta Tank Davis, with Teofimo Lopez, with Vasyl Lomachenko, because those fights won't be available after a certain period of time. I think within 1 year, you're going to have the likes of Devin Haney or, Teofimo Lopez or, even a Ryan Garcia, move up to super lightweight. So you have these young guys that are out there where you can make great fights at the lightweight division. I feel that the lightweight division right now is one of the hottest divisions in boxing. And so they can make these fights and get big business off of that instead of waiting it out for the fights to build up to be, quote unquote, big fights or high profile fights. So Devin Haney wants all the smoke, and he wants it sooner rather than later. That's what I got in reference to this particular topic. You can subscribe to the Boxing Source on YouTube or catch the Boxing Source radio show that's on Sundays at 7:30 live, or catch the podcast on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast app is. On that note, folks, I'm out. Peace.